Pakistan, now or never? Pakistan, now or never? Perspectives on Pakistan. See all analysis and opinion. China rewires its West. Guest contributor. October 4, 2013, 9:27 UTC. By Raphael Pantuchai. Raphael Pantuchai is a senior research fellow at the Royal United Services Institute, London. In his seminal article from October 2012 advocating for China's march westwards, Beijing University Dean of International Relations Wang Kexi spoke of a new Silk Road that would extend from China's eastern ports, through the center of Asia and Europe, to the eastern banks of the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean coastal countries in the west. In addition to this route to Europe, a major route from China's western regions through the Indian Ocean should also be constructed as quickly as possible. An ambitious geopolitical sketch of the world seen from Beijing, but one that is being brought to life under President Xi Jinping, whose recent tour of Central Asia provided some definition of what exactly China is aiming for in its Western relationships. There were many significant moments during President Xi's tour of Central Asia. He planted a tree and opened the CNPC-managed gas field at Galkanish in Turkmenistan. In Uzbekistan he signed agreements with an aging Islam Karimov. In Kyrgyzstan he attended an SCO summit and deals worth $3 billion, a small sum compared to investments in neighbors, but nonetheless a substantial amount for Kyrgyzstan, whose 2012 GDP $6.5 billion, and in Kazakhstan he presided over the signing of deals worth $30 billion and gave a keynote speech at Nazarbayev University. In many ways, it was this speech that provided the clearest insight into China's strategy towards Central Asia, outlining a Silk Road economic belt that would open up the transportation channel from the Pacific to the Baltic Sea. Continue reading. Despite rising India-Pakistan tensions, little planning for the next big crisis. Myra McDonald. August 12, 2013, 11:33 UTC. Border tensions, vertical line India, vertical line international diplomacy, vertical line line of control, vertical line Pakistan. In the very early days after the September 11 attacks on the United States, some in India, for the briefest of moments, believed Washington might be coming around to its point of view, that the problem and source of cross-border terrorism lay in Pakistan. Instead, an aggrieved India was forced to look on as Washington turned to its old ally Pakistan to help it fight the war in Afghanistan. It was in that sour mood that New Delhi reacted with increasing anger to Pakistan's support for Islamist militants targeting India in Kashmir and beyond. In October 2001, nearly 40 people were killed in a suicide attack on the Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir state in its summer capital Srinagar, when militants attacked the Indian Parliament in Delhi on December 13, 2001, an attack blamed on the Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed. India mobilized for war. Soon close to 1 million men were deployed on either side of the border in a tense standoff that was not resolved until the following summer, and only then after intense U.S.-led international diplomacy. Continue reading. In Pakistan, Kashmir becomes a new rallying cry. Myra McDonald. July 24, 2013, 17:24 UTC. To understand the second-order effects in Pakistan of violence in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, look no further than the Twitter feed of Lashkar-e-Taiba founder Hafiz Saeed. After last week's killing of 4 protesters by Indian security forces in the Jammu region town of Gul, he tweeted that there can be no friendship, trade whatsoever with India until the Kashmir issue is resolved. Addressing Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who says he wants better relations with India, he demanded that his PMLN government take a clear stance, and insisted that strong decisions on Kashmir will strengthen and unify Pakistan. Continue reading. In Pakistan, Egypt can find some pointers on democracy. Myra McDonald. July 7, 2013, 6:56 UTC. Algeria, vertical line Coup, vertical line Egypt, vertical line Islamist, vertical line MURSI, vertical line TUNIPSIA, vertical line Turkey. In all the casting about 4 comparisons to the confusing events in Egypt, 3 come easily. Pakistan, where coups were celebrated and later regretted; Algeria, where a cancelled election led to a vicious civil war; and Turkey, where the army repeatedly intervened to nudge along multi-party democracy while retaining power behind the scenes. None are particularly apt, not just because of national differences but also because of changes across time. Egypt was the world's first coup to unfold live on Twitter, connecting people in ways that would have